Welcome to the Polynesian Cultural Center situated in Hawaii. We're going to talk to somebody about the origins of the Polynesian people.
Okay, we're here at the local schoolhouse. And here's Karen here, and she knows a lot about the history of the Polynesian cultures.
Migration.
Yeah. So where did the Polynesians come from?
Well, this is the theory that the world goes by right now.
Okay.
Because they work with DNA, linguistics, and artifacts, and so they have said 3,000 years ago they came from. Is this working?
Yeah, it's on. Yep.
From Taiwan.
Yeah, wow.
Because it had a very strong Austronesian language base.
Yes.
And all the islands of the Pacific of Polynesia have the Austronesian language base.
Wow. Yeah, because I've been looking into some of the research, and the DNA traces back all the way to Taiwan, correct?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And that's the most plausible at the moment.
Because of the language, also because of some of the artifacts like these. This is lapita pottery, and it's a very special clay that comes from Taiwan.
Okay.
And Taipei, right in that area.
Yeah.
And they found these artifacts in Samoa, Fiji, and Tonga, and they do not have that clay there at all. That time frame from here to here was 1,000 years. Then they were another group wanted to leave, and they took off, and they took all the same things that they would take on the first voyage. They put the same trees, the same plants, everything on their voyaging canoes, and they got to Tahiti about 2,000 years ago. And then they were there about 500 years, and this little bird was always heading north in the spring. It's the Pacific golden plover. Okay. And they knew it was a land bird, not an ocean bird. So a group put their voyaging canoes together, and they took off.
Wow.
And it took them right to Hawaii. And the bird kept going in nests up here in Alaska and Siberia. And so then it would come back. So that's how they found Hawaii.
Yes, right.
Then, about 100 years later, another group went and they found Chile. They found Easter Island.
Yes.
And then from there, I'm on the wrong side, so I can't quite get it.
Yeah.
Okay, from Tahiti, they went in 1200 to 1300 AD, they came to New Zealand.
And we were because I'm from New Zealand,
Okay,
right?
it was the last one.
We were the last,
The last one. And so if you follow this from Hawaii down through Samoa, Tonga, and Fiji, and over here to New Zealand, all the way over to the Easter Islands, and up here, that constitutes the Polynesian Triangle.
Right. This is amazing. So recently I've been doing a bit of research. There was always speculation about South America, right?
Yes.
But what the current theory is with most of the new DNA, they did 800 people over the different islands. And yes, there's this Colombian influence at one point. There's a theory now that most probably Polynesians came all the way over here, did make a trip,
I agree with you.
maybe make a few families, and then come back. But it was only once or twice.
Well, and they brought the sweet potato. And the
sweet potato, right.
That's how we find that in here. So, and it comes from South America.
Right.
And so, yes, we don't know how many times they went back and forth. Maybe they got here and they decided it's too much land, they want to get back to an island.
Yeah. So they're finding it very hard to sort of pin the location. I mean, the other opposite theory that the South Americans came over, but that one's a bit more far-fetched. But you don't know, we can't say yet. But
now here, Hawaii has a very special chicken, a brand of chicken.
Yeah.
They have found those bones in Chile. See, then they came and, like you said, they kept going, and then they came back, but they took their animals with them. They always did.
Wow. The voyages across this.
Yes.
That's it.
They say it's a very tough one with the way the winds come. Oh, yeah, and stuff. And to find that little tiny Easter Island.
Yeah.
But, yes. And then this one, I mean, it's hard to believe.
Well, that's the jackpot, right? Look, on the mainland, there's a bit more fighting and a bit more wars and things, because same in Europe, obviously, and maybe the indigenous people of Taiwan wanted to escape.
Yeah,
some
exactly.
Fighting and
could have been war, could have been famine, could have been lots of things, or just looking for more land. They were crowded. We don't know, but they came and they landed, and those people. But when you think about if it was just from here, all the people would look alike. So there had to be other migrations. So all these people look different.
Right.
The islands, they're different sizes, different shapes.
Yeah.
So there had to be other migrations, but we don't know about them.
The kind of friend or foe Captain Cook.
Yes.
When he came to Samoa, he met up with a priest there. He described Samoa as the hub for the last 500 years. Like that's where a lot of the journeys started from.
Okay.
To find new islands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Instead of Tahiti.
Well, Tahiti as well, maybe.
They had been here about 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And so then this group went, and then it was Tahiti was the hub.
Right.
They'd say it went here first, then it went to Easter Islands, then it went here.
An ocean of many hubs.
Yes, many. 10 million square miles and over 1,000 islands.
And it's the Pacific Ocean. It's not it's a violent ocean. Like it's scary. It's
It's
not
amazing.
easy to travel.
No, and it's 2,400 miles here, 2,400 miles here. This, like Hawaii, is in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. What's the most fascinating thing you've discovered?
Well, it's just that they had to be guided somehow, more than just the nature. They had, who finds, leaving here, finds something like this? They could have been off just the tiniest bit and they ended up here.
Yeah.
But it was just amazing how these navigators could find their way.
And
We get out in a freeway. We know where we're going. We have road maps.
Yeah.
That's how they read the ocean.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's fascinating to me.
You've got the stars to navigate, but then also the other signs of like birds and
Yes.
so if you
The birds. It was the bird that found this island.
Okay.
But after they did it once, then they used the stars to guide them to get back.
Right.
Because then they knew how to do it. And the reason they were able to find out, like today, voyagers do it because the Hawaiians didn't have a written language.
Correct,
And
you're
they
right.
were able to get that in 1820
Yep.
and write all this fantastic information down about the 200 constellations that they followed.
Wow.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know about them.
Yes.
So that's how they were able to do it. It was nature. It was all nature.
Hey, well, thank you so much,
You're so welcome.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out some of the other videos on my channel.